Hi there, Dr. Erika Garms here with this week's response to the question I asked over on LinkedIn in our weekly game called Brain Friendly or Not. So here's this week's scenario. You are a morning person, always have been. You do your best work before lunchtime and you're happy with your focus and your productivity. Many on your team, though, are slow to get going in the morning, get into their groove, and they need often until at least 10 a.m. to really wake up. They complain when you schedule meetings early in the morning and often schedule their own meetings as late as 4 p.m. when you're winding down for the day. Your manager seems to try to accommodate everyone's preferences as much as possible, remaining lighthearted about the complaints and sighs. Brain friendly or not? Well, here's my response. While your manager seems to be trying to maintain a friendly team climate, which would be brain friendly, by downplaying the concerns that some team members have, the manager is actually breeding resentment, divisiveness on the team, and disengagement. And that can be hard to reverse once the train leaves the station on those three things. So what would make this scenario more brain friendly? Number one, the manager could directly address and explore those concerns with every member of the team. It could be individual conversations or a team-wide conversation. There's no need to treat it as a confrontation or a conflict, just an open, calm, respectful conversation about the differences and the preferences in the group would be one big step in the right direction. Second thing I would do to make this more brain friendly would be to do some thinking about the research that supports not scheduling meetings based on availability of attendees. I know this is earth-shattering because we all do this, but rather to schedule meetings based on the strategic purpose of the meeting. In a nutshell, and there's a lot of research about this, if you're interested, either go searching or ping me and ask me to point you in the right direction. The research in a nutshell says if you have analytical type tasks or discussions or decisions to make, the meeting should be in the morning. If you have idea generation or brainstorming kinds of activities to accomplish in the meeting, afternoon. But the bottom line is, here again, the manager needs to address it. Brains don't like voids of information, of parameters, boundaries, guidelines. So having a manager who just dances around the conflict that he or she knows is there is very disconcerting and anxiety producing, and it will not get smaller. It will get bigger and become a bigger issue and much harder to address the longer it festers. So bottom line here, the manager needs to do something, not do nothing. He or she needs to set expectations about meetings, even if they are different for different scenarios. There needs to be some word from the leader of this group. That would make it brain friendlier. I hope that's helpful. Join me next week for another episode of Brain Friendly or Not over on my LinkedIn page, and then get the response in the comments or come back here to check it out. Thanks.